We gonna be all right. It's fine.
Don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind, don't want to feel you.
Hey guys, Malibu Darby here. Welcome to my channel. If this is not your first time, of course, welcome back as always. Today, we are doing a tutorial. I realized when I sat down to do makeup today, I have so many like affordable drugstore products that maybe I just forgot about, or I just get in this rut of like my same products and I just don't use them. So today I challenged myself to make a look with the affordable and drugstore products that I have. So I am doing a drugstore affordable makeup haul. All the makeup that I'm using, I want to say, is under like $15. Some are even like $2. There's some pretty inexpensive things, so it's super affordable. And let's jump right into it. If you are not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you are interested in seeing how I achieve this look with these affordable drugstore products, then stay tuned. Okay guys, so excuse my scarf, natural girl problems. I thought I was gonna do a twist out and my hair was not here for it, so my edges are marinating into a little slick bun. All the products are gonna be, if they're not necessarily like you get them at Walgreens, they're like in the drugstore price range at least. So I try to stick with that. Y'all know, it's not that I don't like drugstore, I haven't found my product yet, so stepping out of my wheelhouse is just like, it's stressing me out a little bit. Okay, so I am going to do my eyebrows on camera today. That was requested last time. People wanted to see that process. So the products I'm using today is going to be the Eyelure eyebrow pencil. It's literally to the nub already. This is in the shade dark brown. In case I need a little extra coverage, I'm going to be using the NYX eyebrow cake powder. This is a duo with a little gel in it. It's very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills duo powder that I normally use. So I'm going to kind of speed through my process of doing my eyebrows and let you guys see that. So I like to take a pencil, whether it is a regular pencil or like a MAC Spike or something like that, and outline my main shape. And I make sure to kind of brush the whole time just to see where I'm going, because it can get crazy real quick. Now just to fill in the edge of that, I'm going to use the NYX duo powder. This is like a double powder that has a darker and a lighter color. I used to use this a lot. If you can see, I've hit pan already on like the lighter one. So I'm going to go in with just a regular Ulta slanted eyebrow brush, and I'm just going to dip that right into the powder and just fill in right in the end where it's kind of sparse. I do my eyebrows first. I know some people do them last. I just know like it can get crazy quick and I need the option to fix them if it gets wild. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing to this side, and then we will go ahead and set them and kind of sculpt them out with concealer.
Feel you, don't want you on my mind, don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind.
Now after that, another drugstore product, I like to go in with the NYX Control Freak. This is a clear gel for your eyebrows. So it's literally, it looks like a clear mascara. I just like to go in and just kind of brush those hairs. I don't have a ton of like wild unruly eyebrow hair. I just like that this kind of keeps them in place, and it kind of defines the eyebrow hair that you do have so that they don't look too like fake or painted on. All right, now we have finished filling in. I'm gonna go in with just a flat brush. None of these brushes I've used this far are like fancy brushes. These are literally like e.l.f., Walmart, various hair store pickup kind of things. And I'm gonna go in with NYX Got You Covered in the color Deep. I have a review on this concealer if you've heard about it and wanted to try it out. So I'm going to be going around my eyebrows with this. It's pretty close to my skin tone, so I think it'll be good just to stay away from like crazy halo brow. And I'm just going to sculpt right around what I just filled in. It's so funny because my hand, when I sculpt, knows where my eyebrow is supposed to be. So if there's ever a part that's not filled in, this is gonna sound ridiculous. If I fill them in, like, and I shape them and it's not like filled in on a certain part, I just kind of go back in and fill it out. I just know how it's supposed to feel when I sculpt them. Do what works for you. And I'm just taking a little bit of that and putting on my lid. I'm not doing an eyeshadow look today. I'm gonna do a lash. But I still like to conceal on my lid because I like to make sure everything's one color. Sometimes I can have some darkness on my eye, so I just like to keep that. Then I'm just going in with, again, this is like a regular e.l.f. fluffy brush. I think this is actually like their fluffy eyeshadow brush. I am just going to blend this concealer on my lid and above my brow, just to set that so it doesn't crease. You're gonna see this powder a couple times throughout this. I'm gonna go in with the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder in the shade Deep Golden. This is literally just to lock that concealer in to make sure it doesn't start like shifting around and creasing weird on my eyelid. Now I'm gonna do the exact same thing to this eye, and then we'll jump into complexion. Do you prefer to do your eyebrows before or after like foundation? Comment below and let me know, because I wonder what makes people do them after, because to me that's so risky, but I feel like there's a method to the madness. So if you do them after, definitely let me know why you prefer to do them after. Same thing with eyeshadow. Like I cannot do my eyeshadow after everything. It's just too much fallout and issues like that. But if you can do your eyeshadow after, like when I see people that do that, I'm like, oh, she know what she doing, because I just need room for error. So point made, because this eyebrow over here is real thick and she's a little slim, so we're just gonna try to even these out a little bit. Okay, now they're looking like they might be second cousins. Okay, so now I am gonna put my lashes on off camera. I don't want to put y'all through what I gotta go through. So my lashes are on, kinda. But you already know I have my DodoLashes on. These are D313, one of my favorite pairs of lashes from DodoLashes. Of course, I'm going to put my discount code across the screen, and the link is going to be in the description box. As always, I lined my eyes with this Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I love this liner. This is in the shade black. It is like blacker than black. It doesn't budge on me. It's literally like $2. Drugstore product that I have been using forever, so I definitely love this. I still can't do a wing liner, but for just a basic line and everything else, she's held me down. So definitely gonna keep using that one. Now that we are done with this portion of the face, I am ready for complexion. I technically should have already done this because I like to do this very first, but we're gonna go ahead and prime. I'm going to be using the NYX Angel Veil. This is a awesome drugstore silicone based primer, skin perfecting primer. It's oil free, it gives a velvety finish, and up until recently I was using this one over a lot of higher end brands, so I absolutely love this. It is going to give you a white cast, but don't worry, when you put your makeup on, like all that goes away. Ooh, do y'all see that baby hair starting? Okay, so I just rubbed this. I really concentrated on all my problem areas, but you do want to get it everywhere. All right, next, gonna go with my Old Faithful. I'm gonna go and color correct with the LA Pro Girl. Y'all, I say this wrong every time. I am gonna color correct with the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD in the shade orange. Go into the usual spots. If you're not really sure about color correcting, or if you need to, or while I'm about to do it, check out the video. I'll put a little iCard up somewhere over here to the video about color correcting, and you can kind of get a better idea of why you may or may not need to color correct. But let's see, I have been working out lately, so I may have a few more places than usual to color correct. I have completely blended that out with just a little dense brush, and now I'm going to powder my face before I do my foundation, give it a little extra coverage. I am using a foundation that I've never used before, so I definitely want to make sure it's full coverage enough for me. So I'm going to go in with that same NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat. Typically I would go in with a translucent powder, but I don't have a translucent drugstore powder, so I'm going to test this guy out and see how this works. And I don't want to go with something too light, so I'm just going to lightly powder all over. Okay, just add a little bit of color, a little bit of coverage. Okay, so now that I have powdered onto the foundation, let me roll my sleeves up for this one. So it says just to use a couple drops. I'm not sure the best way to do this. I'm going to start by using a brush just to see. Something's telling me the beauty blender might absorb it too much and kind of shear it out a little too much. So I'm going to start with just this flat top brush. This is a brush from Ulta, from It Cosmetics, and I think I'm going to just put it on my face and then brush it out. So this is in the shade Cappuccino. So let's hope the shade works. Let's hope this formula works. Oh, that's really like a real, that's like a dropper. Let's see. Let's put it on the face. Oh! Of course, I get it on my dress immediately. I'm back. So update, don't try to put it on your face because you're gonna make a mess. So I'm gonna do like I normally do with my other foundations, where I pump them onto the back of my hand. Except I'm just gonna do a couple drops in the back of my hand, dot it onto my face, and then we're gonna try to buff it out with the brush. So, I don't know the best way to do this. So that is a super light coverage right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do the pumps as instructed and see. The color's not bad, so I'm not worried about that part. But I'm actually just gonna pump it onto the brush and see. There we go. So the color right now isn't crazy. I'm hoping it doesn't dry down ridiculous. I do like the option to build coverage. I'm thinking maybe in the summer I could mix it with my moisturizer and make a tinted moisturizer, because I haven't found one that works. Oh, I actually, disregard, my lips are gonna look crazy. I'm doing kind of like a nude lip, so I like to put foundation on my lips to start like a good clear base and have the color pop a little more. I think I really like the color and the coverage on this. It feels kind of like a skin finish. So I'm wondering if I'm just gonna get matte or if I can make it matte. Maybe I'll just set it with my powder and we'll find out. I like that. Once I figured out how to actually put it on, I really like the finish of it. Okay, okay. Let's go ahead to the highlight. For highlight, I'm going to be using LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Toffee.
Don't want you on my mind, on my mind, on my mind, 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 mind. You think
all right, I think we are blended. Now to set my under eye, today I'm not gonna be using my usual Laura Mercier or my Sasha. I'm gonna be using Midnight Topaz powder. Again, I don't have, I know like Airspun or NYX and some brands have some really good powder, so I've heard, but I wanted to make sure I utilize like what I have and really try to see what I have that's affordable, that is good. This is definitely still affordable. It's not in drugstores, but you can order online or in costume stores, and I think it's about like $8, $8 to $13 depending on where you purchase it. You'll notice this is a colored powder. It is a super warm golden kind of color. I really like it, especially for deeper skin tones, because it doesn't give you any whiteness. If anything, it really like warms up your face and brings the glow out. Now we're gonna go in with our black opal stick. You guys have seen this before. We're gonna go with our black opal foundation stick in the shade Black Walnut. Super pigmented, really small line right under the cheekbone. Don't get crazy, because it'll get real crazy. Then I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques contour brush. Super flat top, super dense. Love this brush to chisel out that face. Get right under there, and then bring that excess right to the temple. Give you some angles. I do cream and powder. I just like to really define my bone structure that I already have. You can pick one, you can do neither. And again, I'm just using the excess product. I haven't added any new products because I don't want a hard contour. I have 2 drugstore products that I can use to contour with. I love my black Radiance. If you want something that's a little more on the warm side, the Covergirl in Ebony is a beautiful, I think this is technically a bronzer, but it's a beautiful contour color. And then the black Radiance in the shade Ebony as well. I'm actually gonna do a little mixing of the two just to kind of play around with the shades and see. I want the warmth from the Covergirl, but I really do love the shade too from the other. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of both. And right where I put those, that darker color, I'm just gonna lightly tap that on. All right, so we have highlighted, contoured. I am gonna go back in with a big brush in this NYX just to kind of define that contour and make sure I didn't carry it down too far, and just kind of set the other areas of my face. Now onto blush. For blush, you know I can never just do one blush. I like to do a little combo. I'm gonna be doing something different today. I normally use a pretty rosy color. Today I'm using the NYX. This is like affordable tutorial featuring NYX. I have so many NYX products. This is the NYX Baked Blush in the shade Solstice. And it's like a peachy color. It's super similar, honestly, to like the Taj Mahal NARS that I really like to use. And it's just a coral kind of highlighter shade, just to kind of bring some light to my face. And it's like a peachy color. And I go pretty heavy with this, honestly. Okay, now for highlight, I'm going to be using a mixture. I am going to be using the Covergirl Trublend Minerals. This is actually a bronzer in the shade Golden Sunrise, but it is a really pretty kind of deep brown color. And in the same family, the Colourpop SuperShock Cheek. It's a pearlized highlighter blush kind of deal in the shade Do Not Disturb. So I'm first gonna put on that Colourpop. If you've ever used the SuperShock Cheek products, you know that's like, it's a funky texture. So I kind of like to use my finger, bounce it into the product, and then I just like to tap it right on my cheekbones. I'm gonna put a little right in my brow bone too. So just bounce it into the product. Colourpop is also mainly based online, but they're another that is super affordable. Always having crazy sales, always having discount codes, flash sales. I love them in their lips and all their products too. And on top of that, because I'm extra and I want a little shimmer, I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl with my Real Techniques setting brush. I have not used this highlighter. Literally, I feel like I had this in high school. They still have it. I did check to make sure it wasn't discontinued because that's how long I've had it. I'm gonna take the Rimmel London Scandaleyes mascara, and I just kind of like to push up my lashes a little bit, and just a little bit on the bottom. I do get raccoon eyes. I get raccoon eyes super easy, so I don't get crazy with the bottom lash. But at this point, they're like the color of my concealer. So I do like to put a little something on there. Okay, so now for lips, I'm going to be going in with this NYX lip pencil. This is in the shade light brown. Really just to kind of define. It's not gonna do a lot for color. Definitely should have sharpened this. Then I'm gonna go in with NYX Lingerie. I love this line. It has the best collection of nudes, neutrals, light lips, all that good stuff. And that's in the shade After Hours. I have like almost every shade, but this is After Hours. These are super creamy, so I almost let them dry before I layer or add anything to it. Then I'm going to finish with the NYX Extreme Shine Lip Cream in the shade Skin Tone. Not necessarily my skin tone, but I see what they're trying to do, so I'll let it slide right in the center area. Okay, so I'm gonna get myself together, take my scarf off, and then I think we'll be good to go. All right, guys, so here is the final look. I am pleased. I like how it looks. The test is gonna be like how this holds up after a couple hours, but right now I have to kind of eat my words and see that maybe I do like drugstore foundations and I just forgot that I do. But I definitely plan to do a drugstore haul. I want to pick up like some new products that I've been seeing everybody talking about as far as drugstore affordable. All the products that I used today were $15 and under. All the eyeshadow palettes that I have are high end, like kind of expensive. So I'd be interested to see like the pigment difference or what I can get with maybe like a drugstore or an affordable, more reasonably priced kind of palette. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know some of your favorite affordable drugstore kind of products so I can pick them up in this haul and try them out myself. I'm gonna try to make sure I list all the products down below. If you have any questions, still feel free to comment and let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.